Hello and welcome to episode number 2 of our Let's Play series. This is Skare Plays. I will be your host this evening. Sorry, my name is Skare and welcome back to Skare Plays. I will be your host this evening on this wonderful, wonderful night. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you for joining in for episode 1 for those of you who joined. Thank you for our new subscribers. We really appreciate you all coming by and stopping by. Today is going to be more of a resource gathering day, and we are going to get to know me a little better. I'll be answering some questions that I just have here to answer. If you have anything you want to know, go ahead. Do not be scared to ask. I do not bite. So on that note, let's jump into the episode. So like I said, we are going to be doing a little bit of resource grinding. We need to get some wood. I updated the storage room. The storage room looks so good right now. So we've got, so on this side, if it's on this side is what we have. So this is potions. Then we have tools in here. Sorry, like workstation tools. And then we have tools. And then this I have is like bundles, saddles, name tags, stuff like that is where that's going to go. Armor goes in here and so on and so forth, books. And then on the ground, it will tell you kind of what material is going to be in there. This is what I need for this one. I knew we had the wool blocks somewhere, but yeah. The series now has a name. I'm going to be calling it Skare Plays. Let me actually take the hiking stick off when I'm doing this. It just makes everything a little bit harder to do. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of grind and get some of the resources that we need to finish filling out this. We're down to three golems. Two of them kind of wandered off and one of them died. So, but yeah, we're gonna get some trees growing. We're gonna get some more trees going to get some more wood. Just so we have everything is full for the most part. And then yeah. And then I'm just gonna answer some 1, 2, 3, 4 questions and all that jazz. Why did it not go like I wanted to? There we go. But yeah, spruce, we're good for the most part. I think it has, I just don't have a couple varieties of spruce, which we'll get to. Dark oak we just need a lot of, so we're gonna plant some trees. On stream the other day, we found some allays, so we have 3 of those kind of floating around as well. Carrots don't go there. And then when I broke the storage room, that's kind of why things are a little bit disorganized, is when I broke the storage room, we kind of have to fix that all now, but yeah, we'll get some trees growing, and then once they get some good size, I'll be answering some questions. So I will come back to you while we're chopping down trees. So we are going to plant some spruce, actually. I meant to grab that, but it did not. Because, yeah, we're going to need some more spruce for the house, because that's what our main floor is. So we'll grab some of that, and honestly, it's just a really nice, good variety block to have as well. Just having some extra wouldn't hurt us. So we'll get some spruce going as well. Got some bone meal in our inventory. So we're gonna get these trees up and going, and we'll get some questions going. So first off, my name is Skare. You might find me on the internet under other names, but right now on this channel, I am going to be going by Skare. That is the name I have chosen. I will go by G or Skare or stuff like that. If you join us on any of my streams, a couple things might happen. We are going to try to remain like neutral with language for the most part. I really don't want cussing or excessive swearing. It might happen because people are humans who come play with me and might forget that is my rule, and I'm not gonna get mad at people for it. I'm just gonna remind them. I'm still working on the editing stuff. My last one was a little rough. That was the first like gaming video I've ever edited, so I definitely got some things to work out and all that stuff. Currently using DaVinci Resolve. Friend suggested it to me. It does have a learning curve, so it's been getting used to that. But I think the first one came out pretty okay. Not like anything to write home about, but it was a good learning experience. So yeah, we'll get these going. Oh. The other day on stream, so we actually have a good supply of iron now. I use an iron farm from One Up MC YouTube channel. They made a bedrock iron farm, which at the end of today's video we're gonna go check out. So I can show you, kind of tell you how it works, but I will leave a link in today's video to that vid, so that if you also are trying to find one, it's super simple. I had the hardest thing was moving villagers, as it always is, because villagers just want to die when they're being moved. But yeah, and then what else do we got? So I am on Twitch at twitch.tv/gskare98. I'm also at TikTok at gskare98. Those are the places that I upload vids. I have to work on. My TikTok is more for skits and all that, so that is what that is going to be. And then, so that will be skits and whatnot, live action stuff. So my face is already out on the internet. I've played a few games for TTRPGs, which is another thing I very much enjoy. Tabletop role-playing games and whatnot. Those are some of my favorite things to do in my free time. You might see some of that here. You might not. It just depends on how much I want to edit that stuff. I don't have a group that's playing live or anything right now, but there is talk of possibly having something like that. So we shall see. I'm not going to make any promises on that. What else? Yeah, so this is my first time doing like gaming YouTube stuff. I did try to do, like when I was in high school, I tried to upload vlogs, which you'll never see because they exist on another channel that no longer really exists. But I grew up watching Minecraft YouTubers, and also some other gaming people, gaming YouTubers, and I always wanted to give it a try. I was just too scared that I would fail. But someone recently in my life kind of pushed me, saying you can't learn by not trying. So I really wanted to just give it a go. Oh, I want to take the stick off. I'm sorry, I was just running back and forth to the house to grab some supplies, so that's why I had that on. I'm going to try to avoid using it if we're not going very far to places. So yeah. This is just a good starter series for me. I kind of want to keep this world going because we've had some really cool creative ideas for what this world can be. For example, on stream we've talked about making this a village of sorts, kind of inspired by D&D. Me and my friend Panix very much enjoy D&D, and we're like, I was thinking the other day when I was doing some world building for my homebrew world, I was like, where do adventurers go when they retire? They can't just go to a normal town. That would kind of break the economy, as most players end up doing at the end of a D&D game. Is they have so much gold, wealth, and enchanted items that if they were to go settle in a normal town, they would break the local economy. So we were like, what if it's a town that's specialized for, you know, adventuring, old adventurers, retired adventurers who want to settle down with their family. And that's kind of the idea we're running with. We want to have different areas based off of different D&D classes. So currently, Panics wanted to try building in a steampunk sort of style. So the first one we have that we're working on is our starter house is going to be based off an artificer. So this like little beach area is going to have some artificer style build. I want to get a blacksmith kind of built up, and then also maybe some I know eventually we're gonna want probably a flying ship, an airship, because that's one of the things in my D&D world is that's the latest technology. Also, the copper golems as like statues laid around would look really cool in a workshop. So making like maybe a little golem workshop in this area. But we've also had ideas for like a druid's grove inside the center of the city, like a park that has been taken over by the druids, or maybe a sort of underground shady market for rogues or stuff like that. But yeah, we've got some ideas going. If you have any suggestions, go ahead, leave them in the comments for me. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who commented on the last video. I really did enjoy reading through those comments. I think I responded to everyone I saw, but if I did not, I will try to on this video. But yeah, that's kind of our building idea for this place is where do adventurers go to retire? So couple really fun ideas. I think because adventuring parties just end up with so much gold, really. We thought, well, there's definitely a dragon who works at the bank whose hoard is adventuring parties gold. And so that's on the docket, which means I get to work with, I don't really do like natural, like organic. It's something I really want to work on. So a lot of this world is going to be stuff that is out of my comfort zone. Out of my comfort zone. So organics, I want to learn how to build more redstone farms. We need a lot of mud bricks for the artificer place or artificer house, because that central tower that we have, that not central tower, but that tower off to the side, we want to use mud bricks, packed mud bricks for that, and it's going to take a lot of mud. So I want to learn how to make a little auto mud creator, which would be fun, but it's something I haven't done before. But also we want to just have fun and build what we want to build in this world. Eventually, I think I'm probably going to create a circus tent, because it's just it's a build I've done a couple times that I want to kind of get correct. Like the old style, I don't condone the treatment of both humans and creatures at certain, people did. But the idea of a traveling show where people could go see the weird, unusual, or things they've never seen before, exotic animals, stuff like that, I've always found fascinating. Yes, there's a lot of exploitation with that stuff, but I'm not going to defend it. I want to build a giant circus tent at some point in time. So that's just something that's on my personal build list. A couple things with Panix is he is very new to to Minecraft, I should say. So kind of teaching him the ropes and all that stuff, because I've been playing, that's the next question kind of. I've been playing Minecraft since like early. I have loved every single drop, every single update, honestly, that Minecraft has done. One of my favorites, the Nether update, was so cool. I'm terrified of the Nether, as anyone should be, because as you saw in the last video, will end up in death loops, as my friends call them. And I will just continue to die. So that's another thing that I know we need to do relatively quickly, is to actually get resources and get like diamond armor and get backup diamond armor and all that stuff. Eventually, we're going to go kill the Ender Dragon. And then getting a beacon would be nice as well. The Wither in Bedrock is no joke. I've played both Bedrock and Java. This is a Bedrock world because my friend only has access to an Xbox. Panics. So this is why it's a Bedrock world. Eventually, hopefully, our goal is to eventually transfer it into a Java world if it is possible. Once we get a better setup for both him and me, because I'm currently this is currently on my PC, just straight up. This is an actual server or anything. So I want to get that as well going. So that's also on the docket. But yeah, I'm here for a good time. I don't know if I'm going to be here for a long time. I want to make the best of every moment that I have. Because I never know when I will have another chance to do this. Currently, I am very lucky in the position I am in, where I don't have to. I can explore what I want to do. I don't need to just do the same thing every day. And this has been a real fun exercise in that. I am a theater kid at heart, too. So that's the other thing. I do theater quite frequently in our local community here, where I'm from. I'm currently in a production right now of a show that is going to be a debut of this show from this is going to be the off-Broadway debut in this area, which is going to be very fun. Excited for that opportunity. So that's another thing that you might hear me talk about every now and then is I have a passion for theater and theater art. Specifically, musical theater is one of my favorites. If you ever stop by on any of our live streams, there's often times where I have to remind myself and Panics that we can't just go out and break out into song because that costs money that we do not have. I do have an Epidemic account. I still need to figure it out. I actually might have background music on this video if I remember. Hey, editor Skare, make sure we put music in this video, okay? We want to make it sound better than the last one. What else? But yeah, I love theater. I've done over 40 productions with local community and high school and a couple with college. I don't actually have a degree. I was working towards a theater arts degree, and then some family stuff happened, so I had to step away. I don't know if I'll ever go back. The college I was going to, the faculty were great. I loved everyone I was working with. The actual environment of this had a performing arts center. This school had a performing arts center that was sinking into the ground. Every day it would sink into the ground. And it was not, that building was so old, I did not have a good time in that building. I had a great time with all the peers that I had, all the friends I made. I don't know if I haven't talked to any of them in a long time, but I still consider a lot of them really good friends of mine. That's just a little too high. But I had some really good experiences there. But yeah, I would love to go back to school. I do not see it currently as an opportunity for me. Just because of how the hand I was dealt. But that's enough of that. I do enjoy other games. On my streams, I've done Final Fantasy, which I will hopefully be posting relatively soon. If you're watching this, I normally will do it Mondays, but given that rehearsals has started for the show that I am in, Mondays are not going to be a good opportunity for me to do streams right now. So I'm going to be looking at possibly changing how that is, which is also why I'm going to be doing more videos, because I'll be getting home later at night. So there's no point in live streaming, I feel, at 10 o'clock at night. Everyone that I would be talking to is normally in bed. I know it's a great way to expand audiences to stream at different times, but it's something that right now is not a viable possibility for me. But yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell. Oh, there's some left of that tree. Let's go up there and get that. I would love to know if anyone has any other questions. Am I excited for the next Minecraft drop? As you heard me in my last video, I used to always play around with like the zombie horses and the skeleton horses in creative mode. I used to just only play creative mode when I first started. I would be that guy who would make castles of diamond blocks because I thought I was the coolest kid ever. We used to play Minecraft. Don't tell Moshe this or Java or whatever. But we used to play it on a flash drive that we would go back and forth with each other to download onto our computers. Like, of course, we couldn't play with each other because it was all the same version, all the same IP for Minecraft, but we had fun. Me and my friends would always do it like at school, on the school bus. So that was always fun to do. I've always loved building. And then my siblings showed me a Grian video, a Hermitcraft video that Grian had put out. And I was like, these people are so cool. And I was like, I want to be able to build like Grian, Skare, B-Dubs, all of them. I very much enjoy all of their building. All of them are such talented creators that that was the other thing that inspired me was the ending of Hermitcraft Season 10. I was like, I want to maybe not join Hermitcraft someday. I don't ever see that possible for me. I would love, don't get me wrong, I would love to join a server, make friends and all that stuff. But I need to build what we have here and all that stuff. So I want to set reasonable goals. One of my goals is I want to get to 20 subscribers by the end of November. So that means I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos and all that stuff. I will be getting Legends ZA, the Pokemon game, because that's another thing I really enjoy is Pokemon. I grew up, wasn't able to play it, but the first time I could get an emulator on one of the school laptops, this was back before Nintendo really cracked down on them. I got a copy of Emerald on an emulator that I played all the time. That or Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing was another one I played just super frequently during like a science class or history class when I didn't have homework. I was that kid that would finish homework quickly just so that they could read or play games. And yeah, some of my other favorite things, I enjoy reading quite a bit. I don't do it as much as I do now that I've kind of graduated high school and college, and not graduated college, but like have a full-time job and all that. I don't read as much as I wish I could. That's another thing I want to get back to. I used to enjoy reading like Percy Jackson, Aragon, books like that. I also very much enjoy what was the Summoner books. I forget the name of the author. If I think of it, I will put the name on screen right now of that author. That's for editor G Skare to take care of. When he gets that, I'm gonna take care of that real quick. Look, there's a guy here. I really hope that you do give me a chance. Give me a subscribe, like, follow, all that jazz. I really do want to kind of build a small community of people who enjoy, Minecraft, Pokemon. Final Fantasy is another one that I really enjoy. 10, I grew up watching my dad play it all the time, so that has a special place in me. I, if I can remember, I'm gonna put the clip of, so last time I was on stream. Uh, so the first game of Blitzball that you play, the odds are so stacked against you to win. Um, the Luca goers, who you play, and their stats aren't reduced for that game. They're actually quite boosted because they are the favorites to win that game. But I'm going to insert the clip here of me winning my first game and the reaction I had to winning that game. This game. I need the luck still, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. It was one of the best. Like, I was so lucky that for that to happen while I was live streaming. I'm not going to talk about the same fact that in that same live stream, I reset 3 times to get something called jet shot, which is how like one of the few chances you have to actually win that game is with this move called jet shot. And I got so upset because right before there's like a cutscene halfway through the second half of the game, and all of a sudden, like I'm in the middle of doing the jet shot, and gotta go sleep. All of a sudden, the cutscene kicks in, and I was like, "No! There goes my one chance to actually win this game." Funny enough, the player that you substitute out for Waka doesn't have like the same stats that the player has, Titus, but he still has pretty decent shooting. So I was able to get off a shot and it made it to the goal. And then I was like, this last 20 seconds, I just can't let them even get close to scoring. And I got lucky. I got so lucky. Lady Luck was with me that night. And that I was just so excited. All in all, it doesn't change much about the game. It changes like 1 or 2 cutscenes. One of them being Waka just has a giant trophy. But I got so excited, and then to cap it off, like I've played Final Fantasy a couple times before. I had played 10 just recently, just to make sure it was working on my computer before I streamed it, and I had played Blitzball quite a few times, and I was like, I'm Blitzball has never been my favorite thing in the game. It's something you have to do to grind to get certain aspects because it is a JRPG, so there's a little bit of grinding here or there. And I've never won an actual game. And then the achievement after I won that game, because I was playing it through Steam, pops up, win your first game of Blitzball. And I was laughing so hard. But yeah, a couple other things. Like I said, I really enjoy books. Fantasy is my go-to, but also like the Percy Jackson series, Kane Chronicles, the Norse, Magnus Chase were all stuff I read when I was growing up. I haven't read any of those in a while. I really want to read Trials of Apollo. I very much enjoyed Heroes of Olympus, and all that stuff. I also enjoy, just relaxing as well. All that stuff. Who doesn't enjoy relaxing, honestly? But I've also enjoyed like being outdoors and all that stuff. And I used to work with cattle when I was young. I would part of a program called 4-H. 4-H is a youth leadership opportunity that teaches life skills through agriculture and other stuff. Um, I grew up in a 4-H club. I was out at a dairy farm every summer working with calves, cattle. I'd have pigs that I would show at the county fair, and those were some of my fondest memories growing up. Was working with I always showed jerseys, which are little brown cows. I'm really testing my own editing skills later. I will try to remember to put a picture of a jersey on screen. See if I can find one of the ones I used to show all the time. And I very much enjoyed it. It was just something that I would do every summer, and then that was something that I've always enjoyed, being outside. Other things I enjoy: sea shanties are some of my favorite music. Besides musicals, I will often listen to sea shanties or Disney songs. I've also been listening to orchestral music too, classical, because I grew up in a marching. I grew up playing trombone in a band, and then I would do marching band in high school, which was very much another one of those experiences that I loved and enjoyed. My band teacher was one of my favorite people of all time. I was in choir. Oak will go here, so we'll put all of our oak logs in here. Is that it? And then oak saplings go up here. And then we have spruce goes here. Spruce. Spruce saplings. Then we have, this was cherry. I remember that. Cherry is going to go here. So we'll put our cherry log there. And we'll put our cherry wood. Is there anything in here indicating what this was? I think this was our propagules. So this will be our mangrove chest. We'll put mangrove wood here. And we'll put the roots in this chest as well. Which would mean, there's more oak wood. We need to get rid of that. So that would mean this would have to be my jungle wood. You want to get that out. So there's that. And then let's put this bone meal away for right now. And then also apples go in this chest. And then where's moss? Yep, it's in that. I just want to double check that I'm actually going to move moss up to that chest. It just makes more sense with the bushes and azaleas. And then we need some more iron. So it'll be this. This was the smartest move of organizing. I did this after okay, that wasn't smart, but I did this after a stream. I just placed that's the other thing I enjoy Critical Role and other TTRPG games. I want to get more into Roll20, not Roll20, Dimension 20. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of it real quick. Burning Lee Mulligan, because I'm very much enjoying his DMing style on Season 4. No spoilers, but oh my gosh, these cold openings are so good. They're so good. And I can't wait for next week's. Honestly, I cannot wait for it to be Thursday. I'll probably end up watching it Saturday, while I'm at work. Because I'm working a late shift, so it means I'm going to be doing some paperwork. So that means I can just put on a podcast and we'll listen to them. So that's exciting. But yeah, no, what was I talking about? But yeah, no, I've been enjoying Critical Role and all that stuff. I started watching Critical Role the first time I started playing D&D. They were close to the end of their first season. I think when I first started, when I first heard about them, they were about 2 months away from, wrapping it up, their current game. of season 1. So I spent the next weeks just catching up as fast as I could. And I remember being there for that final episode of that first season. And I remember sitting there for the full, I think it was 6 or 7 hour live stream that they did for that last episode. I remember sitting there afterwards in tears because I enjoyed the story so much. That's the other reason we kind of had an idea for this, is because, well, I was talking about Critical Role to my friend and other D&D stuff, and that's how we got into the topic of what happens when adventurers retire. They can't just go quietly into the night. Most of them were heroes or lifesavers, especially if they get up to those higher levels. So you're also going to see a couple personal builds for characters that I didn't get to say goodbye to fully, or characters that are still in current campaigns that I might be able to tell their whole stories with. That's one of the things I very much enjoy, is just storytelling as well. So there might be a little bit of that on this channel, a little bit of storytelling, hopefully. There is talk with another small YouTuber. I don't remember their channel, but of starting a small SMP style server. With a couple of additional, they also play on Bedrock. So I've suggested a couple add-ons. I very much enjoy Naturalist because I do enjoy having all these animals, and having that opportunity to learn and kind of teach about different species of animals. So there's a talk of that becoming a little series as well. So we'll have this Let's Play world called Skare Plays. This is going to be the name of this world, is Skare Plays. I will also be using that for my VOD. So it'll be Skare Plays Final Fantasy or Skare Plays this or that. I do not, like I said before, I don't know the full outcome of this. I want to give this a try for a while, see what happens, see if I really enjoy it. I do enjoy some aspects of this. There's a couple aspects that I'm still getting used to. Editing is not my forte, but I want to do everything myself so I can learn how to do new skills. That's another thing that I really want to, another reason I'm doing all this, is I want to learn new skills, stuff that I can do to help me later down the road with other future projects. Yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I could keep going about stuff, which I probably will, but I just want to again thank everyone who's ever given me a chance, stop by, watch part of a video, caught part of a stream, said hi. I want to thank you all. You guys are one of the reasons I want to do this, is because there are people who genuinely I don't know who have stopped by and said, hi, how are you doing? This looks cool. And then talked for a bit. I really want to thank them for all that stuff. So yeah, we're almost done chopping all these trees, so we'll keep talking for a bit. Once we get all these trees chopped, I'll probably sign off and all that stuff. This will be a little bit more of an informal episode with not any building or anything. But yeah, what else? Oh, well, if we're going to talk about D&D, I might as well. I typically play Warlocks or Barbarians. Those are my two favorite classes. I do enjoy the 2014 rules Druid. I can talk lengths about why I don't like the 2024 rules on Druid. They nerfed my boy. My boy did not need to be nerfed so hard, but they nerfed my boy hard. And I did not enjoy that. Oh yeah, after we're done chopping trees, I'll show you that iron farm real quick. Like I said, I want to thank one up MC YouTube for posting such a comprehensive video and how to build it all. It was a very good video. Thank you again for posting that, and I just followed it almost blatantly step for step on how to build it. Took a little liberty here or there on a couple things, but I also use it for partial string farm too, because it summons cats all the time, which does ruin the rates for iron, but having a partial string farm is also pretty nice, given that we've not found any spider spawners. If we were to find a spider spawner, I might go change that out and have that just as an iron farm. Other future things that I want to think about, I need to get an actual like Minecraft skin. If you have not noticed, let me take my armor off real quick. I'm just Gale from Baldur's Gate 3. I've had this skin for a while, since Baldur's Gate came out and all that. I don't remember the artist for this skin. If you know the artist of this skin, drop it in the comments. I want to thank them. I very much enjoy it, but I need to get or make my own Minecraft skin for me. One that I can change out aspects of it, keep the face the same, but maybe change out the clothes based off of the character I want to play and all that stuff. But yeah, right now I am just Gale from Baldur's Gate 3. That's another game that I very much enjoy. I don't know if I'll ever play it or live stream it, because it is a very much an adult game with adult themes. But that is something that I've enjoyed playing before. If I were to do it, it would probably be a very, very late night stream, to make sure that, and make sure it has that PG-13 or whatever the rating for that game is in the title. Like I said, I want to try to keep stuff relatively safe around here so that I can make an audience of people who have similar values that I do. Awesome. As these last bit of trees just spawn, why don't we head on back to the storage room and get this stuff put away, and then I will cut us over to the iron farm, and then we'll sign out here in front of our house, and we'll wrap up our video for the day. Again, I know a little bit less of a buildy episode and more of a get to know you, but I'd like to know about you. Oh, there's some bamboo. Let's go harvest that bamboo real quick over by our animal pens. Let's see. Let's go. That's where you win. What are you doing out here, bud? You don't belong out here. Oh, I got him on live stream. That's Snowball. Snowball just disappeared again. That's Snowball. We're also thinking there's a possible glitch with the Naturalist add-on that is causing mushrooms to despawn when they're out of render range. Because we brought 4 home, and then all of a sudden we only had 1 left. Yeah, these are our animal pens. For now, we're going to run away because there's a lot of skillies there. But the Naturalist add-on adds a few things like birds. Got geese, ducks, flamingos, 1 chicken. That's not from the Naturalist add-on. That's just because we're unlucky when it comes to our mob spawns here. Let's go sleep real quick. We are now on hard mode as well, because I want to probably my next stream after we get our enchantment table built. We are going to be working on getting some trading going with villagers, getting some necessary things. Probably also going to build. Okay, so we still do have all 5 of our boys. It's just they all don't. 2 of them have adventure in their heart, and I'm not going to blame them. Adventuring is good. Just make sure you be safe while you do so. Let's go get this stuff put away, and then I will jump us over to that iron farm real quick. So yeah, it looks like we got birch goes here. And here. Then we got bamboo. I'm going to put actual bamboo blocks down there. I just don't feel like crafting them at this time. Acacia. And then our last oak will go here, and this will be our pale oak. We have some regular oak wood goes here. I kind of wish these textures matched a little better. I understand why they don't, because the pale oak is supposed to be spooky, scary. I just kind of wish they matched a little more, but that's just nitpicking. Like I said, I've enjoyed every single drop. Those are birch leaves. Those don't go there. They go in here. And we have sticks and other woods in here, because I don't know if we're going to have a whole lot of extra bamboo blocks. But yeah, I really appreciate that. I will jump us over to the iron farm now. We are making our way over to our iron farm, not that far from our house. In Bedrock, you got to make sure you place one of these 150 blocks away from any active... Oh, it's right over here. 150 blocks away from any active villages, breeders, or even beds, because then that breaks the farm. Because I've said this before, Bedrock is great for casual players and all that stuff. Java was designed, has the elements that are in it and implemented in it for content creators and the likes. So I want to eventually get onto Java and try that stuff out. I know it's a bit of a different gameplay and different things, but there's just different aspects about Java that are better for content creation. Add-ons are great and all that, but we don't have much for quality of life. Oh, hi, buddy. I know you were following me. But yeah, here is our iron farm. Like I said, this was by 1UpMC. Again, shout out to them. Almost fell in. So very simple. Under this platform, there is 20 villagers, 20 workstations, 20 beds. That constitutes a village. Since that constitutes a village, that allows us to have iron golems spawn. I would love an iron golem to spawn right now. Yeah, there's so right below here, there we go. And I'm missing it. Yeah, and just, like I said, just makes the iron golems, and then we collect the iron. Super simple farm. I know I can improve the rates by actually like taming 5 cats and whatnot. But like I said, having a stream farm right now is real nice. All right, we're going to head back to the house now, and then we're going to sign off on our porch for the day. Thank you all for joining us today. I really appreciate it. For stopping by today. I know it was, like, again, less of a build episode. We are going to keep working on this house together. Got to get some supplies and all that, figure out what we're going to do with it. But I want to thank every one of you for stopping by, giving us a like, and thanks for supporting us. Be good to each other. Take care of yourselves. You are the most important person to yourself, is you. So take care. Be good. We love you all. Have a great night, and we will see you next time on Skare Plays. Thank you everyone for joining. Bye now. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Zombie, run. Anyways, that's it. Bye.